Okay, here we are. We are going to make a pumpkin today. You want to do your slip knot however you find it easy to do. And we're going to use a very small needle because we want very small stitches. And I am just going to do the regular chain today, so I can quickly do the length. So I'm going to make the length about the size of my hand. That's probably about long enough. You just put it on your finger and then have it about that long. We're going to make a small little pumpkin. Now what you're going to do is you're going to, let's see, we'll do single crochets. We're going to do back loop only, so we're going to skip this first one you're coming out of. We're going to go into this one right here. We're going to pull through and then pull through two. We're going to continue that all the way across. Okay, I'm going to go through the hole, through the next stitch, pull it through, loop under, and pull through two. This is a single crochet, loop under, and pull through two. We're going to do this all the way across. Now these are some cute little pumpkins, and if you make several of them, you can give them as gifts, or you can just make a group of them for your own decorations. See if I can get close to there. This is a real easy project you can do, and you can do it in, I guess, an afternoon. I'm going to set my timer here in a second and see how long it actually takes. Now you're at this very end, but you want to get into that last stitch. Okay. I'm going to pause there, and we are going to set up stopwatch and start. Let's see how long it takes me to actually do this, and I'll just keep that going even when I'm not recording. So now you're going to chain two here on the end. You're going to turn your work, and you're not going to stitch into this stitch right here. You're going to go into this first one that's right here, but you're only going to go in this back loop. Okay, let me get up a little bit closer. Whoops, got that really blurry there, or wiggly. You're not going to get into this stitch, you're going to get into this back loop only, pull through, loop under, pull through two. That gives you a square edge right here. Once you get going, you'll have a square edge. Now, on this project, it's not going to really matter if your edges are perfectly square, because you're going to sew it together and all your edges will be hidden. So this is a great beginner project because you're only doing a single stitch. You are doing back loop only here, but as you can see, you just don't go through these two. You go right into this back loop. This is a super simple stitch to do, and it makes it a little stretchy, kind of like a knit. So you just continue all the way across. I'm going to do this full row across, and then I am going to turn off the recording so we don't have a longer video. But you go in the back loop, grab your yarn, pull through, grab your yarn, pull through two. This is all you're going to do in this entire project until the very end. And I'll show you how long to make this, and I'll let you know how long it takes me. Almost to the end of this row, back loop only, pull through, loop under, pull through two. Now you can use a larger or a smaller hook depending on your skill level and what you're able to do. It doesn't matter if it's super tight, but it will be helpful if you don't want the stuffing to come out in time. So the tighter you can make it, the better. So we're going to come here on the end. You go through this one here. And you see you still got some past there. On the very last stitch, you go through both of them. And then you pull through, and you pull through two. And you do your chain two. And when you turn, you're not going to go in this one. You're going to go in this one right here. So I'm going to crochet some rows and make this as long as it is wide, maybe a little longer. There it is. You know, make it longer than my hand. I can't, that's a bad angle. Like it's this long, it needs to be a little bit longer than my hand this way. So I will come back when I get those stitches done, but we're going to continue to do back loop only, single stitch. That is all you need to know for this project. Okay, so I'm done with the little square rectangle, and I ended up with my first starting to be about 7 3/4, and I made it 8 inches long. So in case anybody wants measurements, it is 7 3/4 by 8 inches long. Now we are done with the main body, and it took me 53 minutes to make the rectangle. So that's pretty good. I would guess pretty average. Maybe average fast even. So don't think that it's going to be over, you know, real super quick, because it's not always as quick as some, you know, videos seem like it, because it's, you know, you don't record all of the crocheting, so sometimes it seems like it goes faster. Now I'm going to leave these long strings on for right now, and I'm going to take this, and this is the way you are crocheting, so you want to curl it around. I don't think this one is going to be quite as big as this one. It's going to be a little bit smaller than that one, but we are going to leave a long string when we pull this through. Pretty good long string. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to thread your needle. This is your yarn needle, and I prefer the metal ones because they just do better than the plastic. The plastic ones are good for plastic canvas, but not really so much with yarn and going through the yarn like it needs to. So I sat here and crocheted for nearly an hour. I did move to the couch for a little while. But now we're going to close this up, and I know it doesn't look like a pumpkin now. Looks like a washcloth. But it's going to look like a little pumpkin, and it's going to be adorable. Now I will link everything that you need in the description, and this exact color that I've got here is actually pumpkin spice. So I thought that was really cool that that is the color I chose for this one. That was not intended. I just looked at all my oranges and grabbed one that looked pretty. So this is closing it up. Now you don't want to get that locked in there too much. And I know I've got 2 pieces here. We're going to do something with those here in a minute. Now, you've got a tube, and you're just going to go in and out on one layer of this, because you're going to go all the way around. And my thread came off my needle. The reason I time this is because I want you to have a realistic goal, maybe not logical, of just realistic expectation of how long it takes to make something. So you could do this in the afternoon and do it probably take a couple hours total. And just play some music and make your little pumpkin. Now, if you made it a little smaller, you could probably do it quicker, obviously. So this is almost a square. Now what we're going to do here is you're going to go all the way up to that seam, and then you are going to pull this tight, just like that. Okay, you've still got these 2 loose. We're going to pull that tight, and then we are going to sew through it, just like I do in some of the hats. You're going to sew across here, Yeah, you have to twist that little needle sometimes to make it go through. And see, the head on the plastic needle is a little bit big for this. I tried it earlier and it does not really work like I wanted it to. Now I'm going to come out where these are because I need to pull these through to the other side. There, that's probably really good. I'm going to leave that long string on there. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your crochet hook. You're going to turn this mostly wrong side out or right side out. You're going to stick your crochet hook through there. Well, let's go on the other side, right where your threads are. And you're going to loop around it and pull them through. Now you don't have to do this. You could add more thread on, but I like to use the thread that I've already got. So this is already connected. It's already a part of it. And then we're going to pull it around this way. So you have a tiny little hat. There we go. Now we're going to take this one that's on this end and we're going to do the same thing, going in and out, just an in and out stitch. It doesn't have to be a certain distance, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be where it goes in and out. It just has to weave through there. You don't want them too wide, but it would be pretty hard to get it too wide, I think, if you just go through each row. This is a great beginner project. It's a great child's project once they've learned how to crochet. Now, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get the polyfill. Okay, stick my needle on here so it does not disappear on me. Get the crochet hook and the scissors out of the way. And I'm going to stuff this thing with as much polyfill as I can get in there. Because you want it to be good and firm. That's quite a bit. Took a good bit there. Okay. That might just do it. And you want to kind of smush it around. Make it good there. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and squeeze that there. Pull that tight so you kind of have this little ball. Okay. And it looks kind of funky right now. But you'll see in just a minute that this is going to turn into a cute little pumpkin. We're going to take this and thread it back on. Now, we are going to go straight down and come out. This is a little tricky to do with your needle, but you come out through the bottom here and grab it so it doesn't get lost and pull it through. And then you're going to do the same thing again. You're going to wrap it around. It doesn't matter exactly where you put it. You just poke it back in the top and poke it back through the bottom. You push it with your finger so it doesn't get lost until you can start pulling it. I need to switch it. Ow! I might just bleed. Just switch hands here. And then you're pulling that so you've got the wraparound. Okay? Yep, that's pokety. Okay, now we're going to tie this in by just going here. Lock it in before we cut it off. Now this one's a little wonky, but it's going to look a little bit better as it goes. You'll see when it's done. No two pumpkins are just alike. And so they can be a little bit, we're going to come right around here. That's going to be our bottom. Probably. I might make that the top actually. Stick it through and pull it up. Now you want this to be pulled tight. Let's see, where is that one? That's the other one. That's this one over here, okay? And then you lock your thread in just by tightening it through. That one's a little short. You just pull it. Let's do it again. Make sure it stays on real good. We don't want it to come out. You just want to lock your thread in where it will not pull through or pull out when you're done. And then we're going to trim it. And we're going to do the rest of these. They're basically coming out of the center. So we're going to wrap it around here. Go up in there. Come out right up here in the center. Now, let's see, where is that? There we go. And that one's pulling around. I know it still looks a little wonky, but that is absolutely okay. And you kind of pull that tight, lock your thread in. Just going to do 3 there. Cut that off. Now this thread, your last one, we've got a separation here. This is, you know, the curves of the pumpkin that bring it in. We're going to do one more. Thread it on. Now if you didn't have enough thread here at the end, you can use new thread to do it, okay? And we're going to wrap it right around here. And go up through the center again. And we're going to pull that through very carefully so you don't lose your thread in it. I'm going to pull that section tight. And then we're going to tie this thread off. Do it 3rd time. Now, do that so you don't lose your needle. Cut your last thread off. Now I know it's kind of sitting wonky right now, and you just squish it around and make it just how you want it. Now I think I like this for the bottom and this little crazy part for the top. See how that's a little bit, just a big hole? I'm going to make that the top. And now we're going to work on the stem. Okay, for the stem, we're going to do a brown, and you're going to find your slip stitch. Do your slip stitch the way you want to do it. Now, this is just a freehand kind of thing to me. I do 5 chains and loop it back in. Okay, then you're gonna chain 2, and you're gonna just do some half doubles where you do loop under, go through, pull through, loop under, pull through all 3. Let's see, behind that bowl is a little bit too hard to see it. Let's do it again. We're gonna loop under, go through, pull through, loop under, and pull through 3. So this tail can kind of hide itself after a few minutes. You'll have it on the inside. You're just going to keep doing that, and it doesn't matter where you go in because you're just making a stem. So we're going to loop under, go through, and pull through 3. Loop under, go through, pull through, loop under, and pull through 3. So some stems are wider, some stems are skinnier, some stems are longer, some stems are crooked. They can be crooked, straight. You can make it perfect if you want, like make, you know, your stitches exactly, but I like it kind of being kind of wobbly, I guess is the word. Not perfect. Wonky, crooked, all that good stuff. Because most pumpkin stems are crooked. I'm having trouble getting through there, so let's see. Loop under, was hooking up on something there. There we go. Pull through 3. Sometimes your crochet hook hooks up on your yarn and splits it, and that is not good. To finish your stitch with it like that, you need to pull it out and reset it so it will only be pulling the yarn that you need it to pull. See how it splits? This is an older yarn that I just have a little piece of, so it's doing that a lot today. This is probably going to add another 30 minutes, you know, putting your whole pumpkin together and making the stem. Probably going to add at least another 30 minutes. I only timed the body of the pumpkin. So and I'm going to just keep going around here. Let me stuff that tail in because it's unnecessary at this point. I don't need it there. Do that and just try not to catch the other side until you're ready to at the very end. So you kind of keep your finger in it and you'll get those stitches on the outside. See how I'm keeping my finger stuck in the middle, and you can see your stitches. Oops, I'm grabbing that thread again. I think I grabbed too many that time. Okay, grab it once, go under, go through. There we go. There we go. Sometimes you get a yarn like that that is uncooperative. And that's okay, it still works. It's just you have to work with it a little bit more. This one, we are just gonna, let's see if this is a good size. I really like it. Look at that. Look at that cute little stem. I think that's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to loop this together and pull it through, and I'll turn it and do that again. There's no particular way to do this, so as long as you just like, you know, grab it together and do it, then you're good. And then we'll just pull that through there, pull it tight. And then we're going to take this needle again, and this is why you had to choose the top or the bottom of your pumpkin. See, there's your little stem. It's so cute. Oh my goodness. I love it. And I'm going to go down, straight down. Okay. And you're going to push your needle so it comes out. And you're going to tie it on a little bit here. And you're going to go right back up through the center, Hopefully you can find your needle without too much trouble. Pull it up through. And it came right through the stem, so that's what you want, is to come right through the stem so it'll hold it down extra. And then you like go to the other side of the stem and do it again. And go straight down to the bottom and push it out and pull it tight. Now you can make your stem longer if you want, or you can have a cute little stubby stem. That's so cute. Okay, I'm going to do this, lock the stitch in, and then trim it off. So what you've got is a cute little pumpkin, and you can kind of shape it around how you want it, and there you go. You got a cute little crocheted pumpkin. There we are. There's my two little pumpkins for today. I hope you'll enjoy this video, and I hope you will subscribe and help grow my channel, and give me some comments down below to see other projects you might like to do, and let me know how you like this one. And I hope you have fun making your cute little pumpkin today. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.